What's going on YouTube? Gearhead Garage back at you with another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some automotive masterpieces for a change. These cars actually belong in like the Peterson Automotive Museum, maybe the Concours d'Elegance, I don't know. But these cars are truly some gems, and their owners have tastefully modded them, rightfully so. No, I'm kidding, people. I'm kidding. Today we're back with some more crappy cars that I found on Reddit. If these were beautiful automotive gems, we wouldn't have a show. Now, isn't that right, people? And I'm not going to be nice today because honestly, some of these cars are just so atrocious. Like their owners, they deserve to be flamed into eternity. And that's what I'm here to do. So we're going to take a look at some of these automotive masterpieces, and we're going to give our honest opinion. All right, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Alright folks, we're going to start with this eyesore that's right in front of our face. That's right, the BMW i8 with the personality crisis. And to that I would agree. I don't even know where to start with this car, honestly, the BMW i8. You know what, actually we can just start with the car itself, the BMW i8. Not even including all this tacky ass bullshit that the owner decided to throw on for some reason. This is one of the most hyped up cars in recent modern day history, people. And not for good reason. To someone who doesn't know cars, they might think, wow, this is an amazing car. It looks like a Ferrari or Lamborghini or something like that. So it must be fast and expensive, right? Well, no, that's not necessarily the case, people. Let's take a look at the stats of this car, shall we? 369 horsepower. And that's total. So you get 228 horsepower from the gas engine and you get an additional 141 horsepower from the electric motor. Now to put that into perspective, people, your mom can go out here and equip her Ford Explorer grocery getter to have more horsepower than that. That's right, folks. 369 horsepower is not fast, okay? So people really need to stop hyping this car up. Well, Gearhead, it's still a BMW, so it must be expensive, right? Well, no, that's not the case either. Now, they don't make these cars new, but let's take a look and see what they're floating around for on the used market. Because last time I checked, I believe they were like $40,000, $50,000. Let's take a look. The average BMW i8 cost about $58,949. So this isn't chump change, people, okay? But it's not the price of a Ferrari or Lamborghini or something like that. So people really need to stop hyping this car up. It's played out at this point. They don't even make this car anymore, thank God. It's time to let this car go, people. Not to mention that it also says the average price has decreased by 15.6% since last year. So if you were banking on this car as an investment, maybe because they don't make them anymore, I wouldn't necessarily throw my money into this one, people. Because like I said, I could have swore I used to see these cars floating around for like 40,000, and that's what it says up here. Like, I guess they range from 46,000, but give it 2 or 3 more years. I'm sure the pandemic breaks the prices, but give it a couple more years and I'm sure you'll see these cars back down into the 30, 40 grands, people. But anyways, moving back to this BMW i8 here, people. Now, clearly we can tell either the owner is retarded or Stevie Wonder. Now, he might be both. I don't know, people. He might be both. But it looks like he was going for some slab-ass lowrider type style. I don't know. But, I don't hate on the lowrider community or the slab community, whatever you want to call it. If you have the right car and you do the right modifications to it, then sure, it can look pretty cool. It's still not my style, nothing I would ever do. But, if you do it right, it can look good. They have their time and place, but the BMW i8 platform is neither the time nor the place to try to be, turning your car into a slab-ass lowrider. Come on, buddy, come on. You have a BMW i8. It's already as slow as molasses. The last thing you need to be doing is tacking on all this extra BS to make it even slower. But you can't fix stupid, folks. I'm just here to show it to the world. I do like the wrap though, I think it really ties together the whole dog shit look he might be going for. So there is that at least. There is that. Alright people, so my eyes, they just can't take any more of this Copart trash, I'm sorry. My eyes, they just refuse. My eyes told me if I keep looking at this, they're just gonna completely shut out on me. So before that happens, let's move on to the next car, shall we? See if we can't get my eyes to readjust. Alright, moving on, we got the MJ Jamaican themed Camaro. That's right, folks. And don't mind the sticky note, apparently the owner was in the photo. as much as we may want to, we're not here to expose the owner. We're only here for the cars, people. So yeah, just go ahead and ignore that. But yeah, we got this gem here. Okay, so starting off with the side profile here, we can already tell we got at least 10 different things going on with this car that really shouldn't be. Starting with the horrible wrap, the horrible paint matched wheels. We got the smooth criminal with the dollar signs painted on the rear bumper, because nothing says I'm a bad, smooth, money-making criminal like driving around in a V6 Camaro. We got the ricey rear wing. We got the played out broke ass Lambo doors. We got the cat eye stripes on the headlights. We got what looks like beaded up on the front bumper. And I wish I really could see this car in person, because I would love to beat it, all right. But yeah, that's what we can just tell just by starting out looking at this thing. If we look at the next photo here, we can tell we got the Chuck E. Cheese branded hood pin emblems that aren't connected to absolutely anything. We have what appears to be front bumper support that isn't connected to absolutely anything. Yeah, you can tell it broke off down there. He couldn't afford to get that fixed yet, so that's just hanging down there in the wind. We got what's probably the funniest to me is the SS emblem right here in the bumper. Now, I actually own a Camaro SS. I own a 2023 SS1LE, so I know for a fact this is a V6 front bumper and not a SS bumper. I actually hate people who do this, honestly. There should be some sort of like car offender registry, because honestly, up-badging your car maliciously like this should be treated as a felony, folks. I don't know, maybe somebody can start like a car offender registry on Reddit or something, so we can start documenting these people. Because this is atrocious and it needs to stop, and honestly, this should be treated like a felony, people. It really should. And before you come at me in the comment section talking about, well, gearhead, you can actually get a V6 front bumper on an SS now. It's called the LT1 variant. Well, no, actually, little Timmy, this is the old V6 front bumper. The newer style V6 front bumper is the one that you can find on the LT1 model, and that's not what this is. They also don't call it an SS from the factory. It still just says LT1. So, thank you very much. Moving on to the last picture here, we got what looks like Thriller on the back, and that I would have to agree with. This car is definitely a Thriller. Would give me a fright alright if I saw this rolling around in person. We got Who's Bad, and to answer that, I'm going to say it's not you, Mr. Convertible V6 Camaro, that's for sure. We also got what looks like a dented fender back there, so, not looking too good for you, Mr. Smooth Criminal, not looking too good, buddy. Like, honestly, MJ is probably rolling around in his grave right now just at the sheer thought of this car existing, let alone driving around on public roads bearing his insignia. Like, not what that man died for. Just unfortunate. Moving on to the next automotive masterpiece, we've got a Dora the Explorer themed El Camino. That's right, folks. Now, there's a lot of people probably in the car world that would kill to have an El Camino, let alone a pristine one, just because of how hard these cars are becoming to find. And then we have people that go get their hands on them and fuck them up like this. If you have an El Camino, this is the last thing you should want to do to it, He's got this terrible Dora the Explorer wrap on here, not even a good one, because I don't know, look at Boots. Boots look like he's on drugs or some shit. Like, Boots look like he's having a good time, but we got that. We got the terrible mismatched painted wheels here, because we got this terrible, door on the back here, but not up front. So I don't know what's going on with that. But these people need their license revoked, their cars forfeited to better homes, and they need to be thrown into the closest insane asylum. Because, honestly, wouldn't you have to be insane to do something like this? What sane person would ever do this to their car? Let me know in the comment section below if you would ever do this. Maybe I'm wrong, but, I don't think any sane person would ever do this to their car. If you want to wrap it to hide any rust spots or anything like that, then fine. I don't care how bad the body is underneath. Okay, if you want to get a wrap, sure, go ahead. People do it all the time. But don't wrap it in freaking Dora the Explorer. Moving on to the next car, we got a Chevy Traverse. It looks like a toddler went out and got a hold of their mother's credit card as well as her car. Went up to their local AutoZone and started browsing the catalog, see what kind of mods they could do to their car. clearly the toddler's favorite color was yellow, because after they got done browsing that catalog up there at AutoZone, they decided to go ahead and go for the faded yellow trim package, along with all these yellow trim accents such as the weather guards and roof rail up here. But they said, let me not stop there. Let me go ahead and add these off-brand yellow wheels as well for good measure. But yeah, I wouldn't want to be in this toddler's shoes, that's for sure, because, they're going to have to take their car back home, and when she comes out to take them to soccer practice, she's going to come out, look at her Equinox, and, well, like I said, I wouldn't want to be in little Billy's shoes, that's for sure. Alright, enough of that garbage. Moving on to the last car, we got what appears to be a poorly abused Honda Civic. Yes, that's right, folks. Now, this Honda Civic is clearly being abused by its retarded owner. As we can see here, they decided to go ahead and throw on this big-ass wing for no reason at all. And not only that, but they also decided to go ahead and wrap it, and then also wrap only one spoke of the wheel in the same color, along with these terrible looking side skirts. And the wing itself, it almost looks like a pendulum actually. Yeah, if you were to kind of like flip this a quarter of the way, it would actually look like a pendulum. So there's also that. Not to mention this wing itself looked like it weighs about as much as the Civic. So, I mean, I don't know if this genius went ahead and DIY'd this wing himself, or if he actually had a company make this for him or what. I don't know. But yeah, whoever made this, they need to be put out of business, because I mean, well, what is this and who would even buy it? So there's that. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, this is the only photo we have of this car. But yeah, I just wanted to put this up here because this is honestly what's wrong with the car community today. We have retards that go out here and do stuff like this to their car. They don't think about touching the engine or anything like that. No, they just go out here, they look at their local AutoZone catalog and they say, I really want to rice my car out. I mean, that's what RICE stands for after all, Race Inspired Cosmetic Enhancements, and isn't that what this was considered? Yeah, I mean, like I said, this wing, it looked like it weighs about as much as the Civic itself, so I mean, I don't know how it's producing any downforce for this slow ass car, but I mean, I guess the downforce itself could be coming from the wing itself, because I mean, hell, the weight of the wing itself is the downforce, I guess. But yeah, people really need to stop. They need to stop just doing this type of stuff, because it's ridiculous. Nobody thinks this is cool. Yeah, and it looks stupid, bro. It really does. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know down below what you thought of these cars, if you thought any of them were cool, or if you thought they were all hot garbage like I did. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below what you thought of the video, and if you want to see more of this type of content. I'm a very new content creator, so if you could let me know down below what you guys want to see, that would be greatly appreciated. Until the next video, take care, and I'll see you next time. Gearhead out.